Welcome back to the channel. This is Steve with the MrBigKid channel. Today we're out at the CMMG Outpost. This is the private range over at the CMMG facility in Booneville, Missouri. So today we're testing out a bunch of different Dissent options out there. We have a 9mm Dissent, we have one 5.7, and a couple other flavors. So today, let's focus on the 9mm and let's check it out. I'm here with Mike, and he is with CMMG, and they have this new line out. This is the Dissent line. However, this particular model is a 9mm conversion. It uses Magpul magazines with a 9mm insert by Mean Arms. So Mike, do you want to talk about this thing a little bit?
So yeah, I mean, you pretty much nailed it right there. So this is one of our Dissent models. The Dissent we actually released last year. So this is our patent pending compact action system. So there's no need for a buffer tube or anything on this. So you have all the action contained in the upper itself. You don't have the traditional length of a bolt carrier group. So it allows us to keep everything in there. So this is going to come like as a pistol only. We don't ship it with braces or stocks or anything. We have SBR'd this one just so that everybody can enjoy them a little bit more. It is still our radial delay blowback. So when we released the 45 back quite a few years in the Banshee, we got the 9mm and other calibers in a radial delay blowback. So we do have kind of the best of both worlds there. We took our radial delay blowback, added it to the compact action, and with the addition of the 9mm to the Dissent line, we've also added a fixed ejector to the upper. So we had a little bit of space restraints in a traditional upper previously, so we couldn't really do a fixed upper in, or a fixed ejector in that. So we are able to put that in here, so we're getting a lot more reliable ejection patterns. It's just being not near as finicky on ammo. Everything just kind of got tweaked a little bit, bringing the 9mm to the Dissent. And like you said, this is the Mark IV lower, so this does take the conversion magazines. So you can get, you know, a nice PMag. You can still run your normal chest rig or, you know, battle belt, whatever it is. Still have all the placements for your standard AR mags, but you can still go out and enjoy 9mm. We are offering the uppers separate also. So this is a 10.5-inch barrel. We'll have it in a 10.5 and a 6.5-inch barrel. You can get just the upper with the Picatinny rear plate to put on your own AR lower and build it with a conversion magazine. We also have it in lowers that will take the SIG P320 magazines and the Glock style magazines. So a little bit of everything going on with the 9mm, and obviously we have all the color choices too.
Right.
We do have the front side charger too. With the 9mm, one of the things that we had previously that you didn't see on the Dissents at initial launch was the ability to swap it from left to right side. Yep. Part of that was a couple of our initial releases were 5.56 and 300 blackout. We still were running direct impingement on those. You had to get around the gas tube. So we had to worry about the shape of the charging handle a little bit. But with the 9mm, you can now take the charging handle and flip it over to the right side. So you don't have to necessarily worry about the opposite purchase on it.
Nice.
And they're all decked out with all of our zeroed accessories. So you have our zero grip, the 60-degree selector, the bolt catches, and we have the Trigger Tech ARD style trigger that we worked with them on it. So it's just a lot of things have come together to bring the 9mm to the Dissent platform.
Absolutely. It's a very comfortable gun. I think this particular gun itself, just in the past 2 days, we probably put around 1,000 rounds through this one, if I would have to guess. A bunch through me. We have a whole bunch of other YouTube and Instagram guys out here today. So we all got to play with this a little bit, and I don't think I've experienced, at least myself, I definitely have not experienced a failure. So you got bolt hold open on the left side. You kind of have a rocker right here. So the bottom is your hold open, and you hit the top of that, that's gonna be your bolt release. And then of course you have your mag release on your left side and on your right side as well.
And the safety on it, like I hinted at too, it's a switchable. So when it ships from us, it's actually gonna have a 60-degree selector on it.
Okay.
But you can actually take this apart, take the barrel and flip it 90 degrees, and then it will be a 90-degree turn. So you can actually have this be a 60-degree if you want, or you can have it,
Yeah,
sorry,
you're good.
bum arm.
Yeah.
Or so you can have a 90-degree also. So it allows you to kind of just tweak it a little bit to your liking, just a little bit more if you'd like.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's very comfortable, and that radial delay blowback system, very, very smooth shooting. It has like a spring-loaded feeling when you're shooting it. Most PCCs or sub guns, whatever, in 9mm are gonna be a direct blowback gun. So you're gonna get a lot of that initial pop, because you're getting not only the round going off, you're getting the entire action of the gun, everything happening at once. This thing kind of spreads that motion out, if I can explain a feeling. I don't know if that's accurate, but it
Well, I mean, that's the thing, is like, a lot of people ask me, like, I shoot a ton of guns all the time, and people ask me all the time, what's the recoil like? Well, honestly, recoil is pretty subjective to the user. So somebody who shoots a lot, I can shoot full auto, big bore guns, and it doesn't bug me. So for me, recoil might not be a thing, but yeah, it really dampens the recoil impulse.
Yep, exactly. I mean, I've fired many, like Mike said, you know, big bore guns, a lot of stuff. So the recoil is very light, but for a 9mm PCC, kind of like this thing, the recoil is even less than you would expect. So overall, excellent design. I have a 5.7 one that I'll be coming out with a whole separate video on. Otherwise, that thing shoots really well too, so stay tuned for that. So Mike, thank you for having us out here. This is an awesome design.
It's my pleasure. I'm glad you were able to make it.
We had a lot of fun. We shot a whole bunch of cool stuff. We shot this in 5.56, 300 blackout. 3 flavors of 9mm, like Mike said. You take the Glock mag, the P320 mag, and then this one with the Mean Arms mag.
And we even have the 5.7 too.
The 5.7, which is the video I'm doing
two 5.7s though.
Yeah.
We have the 5.7 handgun mags and the conversion mags for that too. So we're covering a lot of bases. And I'm just going to go ahead and say, keep an eye out, because there's going to be more to come too. That's
awesome. I think, what, 50 AE in a couple weeks? There really is no 50 AE talk. I'm just letting you know. Don't get too excited.
That has a little bit more recoil. That's how I hurt my arm.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you all so much for watching again. Thanks, Mike. This was an awesome trip.
Thanks for coming out.
Stay tuned.